Greetings. It is time for our Inspired Goddess gathering, calling in all the goddesses. Come on in, goddesses. Yeah, I know the world is crazy right now. We give thanks that we know what we know, we can do what we can do to help us ride these wild waves called 2025. Today is the new moon. Come on in. Take your seat around the virtual fire. Get your drink. Being gutsy today. If you have a candle, bring your candle. And we're going to talk about the new moon. If I said full moon earlier, I meant new moon. Come on in, goddess. Welcome. You are welcome here. Oh, yes, Lunar New Year. Yes, exactly. It's also the Lunar New Year. Take you this day. It's an auspicious day. It's an auspicious day. Okay, I'm going to turn the music down. I also think that, I've been talking about it in other videos. The more we listen to music, the better we will feel. Welcome. I'm Tirra, your goddess guru, your sister friend. And I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess-centered lifestyle. Welcome to everyone this morning for our Inspired Goddess Morning Circle. I just always welcome in and greet the G-Hive. Hello, G-Hive. G stands for goddess because we're all things goddess here. We are all about honoring the divine feminine within and without, understanding that as those of us born into feminine bodies, this is our superpower. And we got to use it, like Miss Dupree used to say. All right. I'm dating myself as a Gen Xer. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy that you are joining us here. We are a movement. We are small but mighty. And our movement is all about, again, embracing the goddess-centered lifestyle, whatever that looks like for you. Because here we don't prescribe anything. We support everyone in figuring out her own path. We love divination. We love astrology. We love each other. In this community, we love being women. We love being around other women. And, are things always perfect among women? No, but we're not going to continue on this train of, don't want to be around women. Women's so messy, because we're calling each other up higher, higher, and higher. And we just all we're just this beautiful collective, right? So thank you if you're here. I have to tell you, I've been dealing with a cold almost a full week now. I might sound crazy. You might hear me sniffling. I'm doing my best not to do that, but it's hard. You might hear me cough. Yeah, I even feel a little bit off center. I wasn't sure if I should do this today, but then I thought it'll make me feel better, to go and hang out with the goddesses. So pardon me if I sound crazy. Wealth Rising, how are you? So happy that you are here. Yes, Earth Goddesses. So yeah, we're going to talk about the new moon. And we're going to do a little bit of new moon rituals. Not anything super deep or anything like that, but I definitely wanted us to do something. Let us go on ahead and just take a moment and bring ourselves together collectively. Now, I just want you to imagine that you are here with me, or we're somewhere all together sitting around that fire. We're sitting on the earth, we're outside. And I just want you to feel yourself being held by whatever you're sitting on or standing on. and just taking the opportunity to feel yourself as being supported because you are. Just thinking about how Mother Earth does provide. Mother Earth will provide, does provide, no matter what. And just taking a few deep breaths, giving thanks for that breath. Inhale, long, slow, deep breath out. Exhale. We don't all the time think about the gift of breath. We just take it for granted until we struggle with it, or we see it has left somebody's body, you know? We don't really know the importance all the time or remember it. We know it, but we don't all the time take note of it. So just sit there taking some deep breaths, giving thanks for your ability to breathe. Your ability to breathe, which allows you to live. Giving thanks for your life force energy. And I want you just to take a moment also to give thanks for this community. I want you to give thanks for all of the beautiful souls who are here together, all of the women. And I want you to imagine that we're all sitting around that circle, that fire. And I want you to allow your heart to stitch to the hearts of everyone is here, feeling connected, feeling united, giving thanks for all of your sisters. And I want you to also imagine that or see all of your guides coming into the circle, all of your ancestors of light, all your spirit guides, just calling them in to be wisdom keepers for us, to give us messages while we're here together, as well as to just create an energetic circle of protection around us. We call in the energy of Herakuti Ogun and all of our masculine ancestors to sit here with us, women, as we guard the door, as we work our magic. May the only thing that happened today be for our highest and our greatest good. Calling in the ancient mothers of the north, the south, the east, and the west. Calling in our ancestral mothers of light to sit here with us, to witness as well as to guide us. And we just open ourselves to whatever the magic and mystery is that will happen in our circle today. We honor our ancestors on whose shoulders we stand. And we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh. So I'm going to stitch us all in. If you have a candle, it would be great if you light your candle. But this candle is for everybody. And I want us to stitch in. And what you're going to do is just stitch in with your name. And what are you stitching in with? I am Tirra, and I'm stitching in with love. All right. And so just let me know what you're stitching in with. I'm going to sit it up here, Keita May. Maybe I'll remember this today to stitch out. I think it was Keita May who reminded me the last time. And so we're not that far out from the new moon. The new moon happened at about 7:35 or something like that Eastern time. And so we're deep in this new moon energy. And we're at the new moon in Aquarius. I like this new moon. I like this new moon a lot. I think that this new moon can bring us a lot of change and transformation. I made the new moon presentation. It's in my membership. If you want to join so that you can see the entire new moon, it's pretty much like a new moon wisdom telling. So yeah, if you want to see that, it's 2 hours long. It's in my membership. I don't even know if I put that in the description box, but I can if anyone's interested. But anywho, I just know that this new moon is very similar to so many that have come before it. And that is Yeah, it's definitely an auspicious moon. It's a moon where you literally can manifest that which you want. Um, but it is going to come with needing to make some type of change, some type of transformation. I'm hearing the word even sacrifice. And I know people sometimes don't like that, but I am hearing it does come with the sacrifice. And it comes with a lot of hard work, and like you have to follow a plan. As wild and wacky as um Aquarius can be and unpredictable, I think that this is going to bring a lot of unpredictability. Um there's still this energy of Saturn that's always involved because Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius. And it actually is it interacting with this moon? No, it's not interacting with this moon. But anywho, it is definitely asking us to have a plan and to to be disciplined, to have patience, and to pretty much follow the plan, stick and stay, finish it up, get to the end. That is what Saturn wants. And some of it is there's probably some sacrifice on the inside that we all need to make. Maybe it's about the mind, or you're stuck in some kind of way. You've been stuck, and it's like sacrifice the stuckness, take action. It'll be interesting to hear what some of you all share. So let's see what you all are stitching in with today. Me too. Found out I got the flu. Oh my gosh. Spirit is forcing me to rest. Yeah, I really do think that there's something going on with this moment. I remember hearing in December people talking about having pneumonia. I was like, you don't hear people having pneumonia. It's like that's why I'm like, it's kind of intense right now, y'all. The energetically, it is it is something else. So, and with that, I'll say Mystic is stitching in with rest and recovery. Good for you. I'm so sorry to hear that you have the flu. I saw someone else post yesterday, a young lady I know, she has the flu. Hi, Bliss, Great Horizon. Bliss stitching in with strength and serenity. I like that. I like that. Keita May bringing rest and gratitude. Okay. There's this energy of chillness that's here. That's awesome. Glad that y'all have shared all of that, and it's kind of affirming, isn't it? It's kind of affirming. Okay, so what I want to do now, I tell you what, since we're all into the rest thing, we're gonna do a guided meditation. Let me just put this up so when people come, they'll know what the heck is she doing? They'll know what I'm doing. We're gonna go ahead and do our mindfulness. Mhm, I gotta take this off. And then we'll go into a little bit more around this new moon, okay? Mhm. Okay, so I decided to do, I don't even know if this is what I did last week. I can't remember. Breathe away anxious thoughts. I think this is a good one because Mercury, if I'm right, Mercury is in Aquarius. The sun is in Aquarius. Pluto's in Aquarius. Jupiter's in Gemini. We might be having a lot going on in our thoughts. Things could feel very sped up in our minds. And so, yeah, and we, to be honest, there's a lot of us out there that are stressed around what's happening here in the United States. So let us breathe away anxious thoughts together. Okay. And so if you would just go on ahead and get into a comfortable position, and you want to just begin to allow yourself to just be held and relax. Let your shoulders drop. And now just bring your focus to your breath and pay attention to how your lungs expand and contract as you inhale and exhale. And again, just let your breath flow however it wants to right now. And now just notice your jaw, and if there's any tension, just notice it. You don't need to change anything. Just notice it. And whatever you notice, now just breathe into the sensations in your jaw. And as you exhale, allow it to release a little. And sometimes what you can do is rest the base of your tongue. That will help you to also release any tension being held in your jaw. Just inhale. Imagine that you're breathing in new life. And when you exhale, let all fear and feelings of anxiety completely fade. Take another breath in. When you exhale, feel yourself let go of, or as you exhale, feel yourself letting go of all worries. The other thing I want you to think about is where you have power. Just taking note of where you do actually have power to affect change. Keeping your mind more focused on what you have the power to change versus where you feel powerless. Continue to inhale and exhale, letting go of worries, fear, and feelings of anxiety. Noticing how more relaxed you're starting to feel. And if you're not feeling more relaxed, that's okay. Just be present and aware to what is there. That's what mindfulness is about. It's not about feeling any one way, but it is taking that time out to give just a little bit of attention and care to what's there that we often ignore. And let's just try this. Let another breath come in naturally, just imagining a bright future. And this is perfect for today. And as you let go, notice how feelings of depression ease and fade. Inhale, imagining a bright future, even if your bright future is just in the next moment. Exhale, releasing feelings of depression, anxiety, and fear. Resting that tongue, allowing yourself to feel more and more relaxed in that jaw. And also, that jaw is connected to the sixth chakra. So, all of this will be more relaxed and open the more you're able to rest that jaw, release that tension. And sometimes it's just about noticing it's there. We're not striving for anything in particular, it's just an invitation. I'm going to just invite you to feel waves of relaxation washing down from the top of your head, down your body to the tips of your toes. It's just waves and waves and waves of peace and relaxation washing from the top of your head, down your body to the tips of your toes. Feeling yourself more calm and peaceful. Knowing that you deserve this wonderful feeling of serenity. That was Bliss's word, serenity. And just sitting there, In this more relaxed state, knowing that you are now open to receive new thoughts and you open up even more with each breath you take to new and fresh energy. And over time, you will begin to notice new ideas beginning to present themselves to you. And I want you just to embrace the energy of gratitude, feeling grateful for when they do, even if it's not right now, when they do, these new ideas present themselves to you, feeling grateful. And I want you to bring up feelings of abundance, as if you have so much that your cup pours over for others to enjoy the abundance you have created. Mm. Imagine that you're energized and you have a zeal for life. Even if this is not true of your present self, just vividly imagine this. You want to put as much detail as you can. We just want to invoke the energy of our inner child. We're just playing around with it. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. We're just playing around and enjoying it. See yourself full of energy and optimism. You can imagine it as if you're watching a movie of yourself, if this helps. You just want to see the colors brightly, watch yourself full of ambition, taking steps towards achievement and towards inner peace, knowing that you are the author of your own life, now and always. Just stay with your breath and allow your intentions to remain positive, optimistic, whatever word works for you. Maybe right now the best word for you might just be neutral. And maybe if you don't feel positive in this moment, you just want to imagine what it's like to be joyful. Imagination is so powerful. The mind is so powerful. We can shift our minds to create a shift in how we feel. That's why we do this work. Just continuing in this notion of abundance and joy, breathing into this joy you're creating. And notice how you are consciously shifting any depressed or anxious thoughts right now into peaceful feelings instead by following your breath. And again, neutrality is a very good place to be too. You're just neutral. You're detached. We're at this new moon in Aquarius. You're just detached, neutral. If you can't get yourself over that, into that peaceful and joyful realm, neutrality is good. Just taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your exhale completely relax you. Any thoughts that previously held you back become smaller and smaller. Just watching negative thoughts diminish, little by little. As if you're riding away in a car, these negative thoughts are sitting along the roadside, shrinking into the distance as you ride away with ease. As you see them go, you are freed from their grip. And as you drive, if you have any more negative thoughts rise, just drop them off on the side of the road by any creative means that arises. And right away, watching them grow smaller until they are consumed by the horizon. And just allow yourself a few moments to simply be. Notice and feel changes from this moment right now and the difference between how you felt before you started this meditation. Your new thoughts find a new home within your inner being. Just return your focus to your breath for just another few moments. In your own time, whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes. I want you to commend yourself for making these changes towards a better life. And I want you to accept this wonderful change in your new life. And we are done. We are complete. Ashe, ashe, ashe all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you are here. Thank you. How was that for you all, Sistars? Yes, herbal teas, herbal teas. Hi, Jaimin. Yes, we have Virgo Bliss, the Virgo, bringing all of the herbal remedies. And I like that meditation right there. That's a very good meditation, actually, for today's new moon. So, yeah, I love that. Okay. So I just want to go a little bit into this new moon journal. Some of y'all may have seen this journal a while ago. You may have one. And if you do, I encourage you to bring it up and yeah, you can use it. So we're at the new moon at the new moon. It's important for us to set intentions and we're going to ask for what we want. We're going to put it out there to the universe. This is definitely a new beginning. So yeah, I love this. I love this for us. And there's just some things that I want us to think about. What do you want to bring into reality right now? What do you need to change for this to come through? And what is your next step? These are the kinds of things that we want to be thinking about. And I am truly one who believes write it down on a piece of paper. I don't care if you chicken scratch it. Put pen to paper, okay? But let's think about that, sisters. What do you want to bring into reality right now? I think I'm just going to go ahead and do a reading for us, even though I did one. This is fun. I did one in the new moon presentation. Again, that's in my membership. So Alchemy membership inside of Mighty Networks. If you want the link, let me know. Drop a comment. Send me an email. But yeah, we'll do one for today. Wow, this is interesting. So what do you want to bring into reality right now? Just one thing. Think about one thing that you want to bring into reality. This is interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay. There's something very watery going on right now. I'll do that in a minute. I'll give y'all the 3-card spread in a minute. So what do you need to change for this to come through? So again, I talked about the importance of what do you want to sacrifice? And you know, I talk about this not regularly, but I have talked about this in the past. How in the Ifa spiritual tradition, um, there is animal sacrifice, which I do not participate in that. I'm not gonna dog people out for doing it because it is just what the tradition has been. And I just can't knock it because that's just what it has been. I choose not to participate in that. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. The main reason I choose not to participate in it is because I don't think it actually works unless somebody's sacrificing their own animal. It's not a real sacrifice, right? I think that the ultimate sacrifice lies within you, within me, within each individual. And so the question is, when you think about the things that you want in your life and what you want to manifest. So this first card I pulled is the desire card. When you think about your desires, what is it that needs to be released in order for you to receive it? And just kind of based on this reading, I think it's something inside of you. I think that it's about releasing it's all about stuckness. That's what I'm going to say. It's something is stuck and it might have been there for a while. It might be generational, but yeah, you want to think about what's there. And then I even think, you know, it's like, what's the next step for you? Like, maybe part of this year is going to be around releasing, you know what? It's a fear. It's a fear. So we need everybody. I'm thinking most of us, let me not say everybody, but I'm thinking most of us need to release some sort of fear. And once you release that fear, then that's going to create this opening for you to be able to manifest that which you desire. I think it might even be something emotional. It might be a fear that makes you go out of balance. And I think it's represented in something physical. It's represented in something physical that you do. Maybe it's represented in something physical in terms of your stuff. I think it could be something physical actually in terms of a relationship. For some of us, it may be the thing that has us stuck is a relationship with another person, or maybe it's a group or something like that. So, where are you stuck? And yeah, definitely something emotional, but it's manifesting in the physical. It's like you wouldn't do this if you didn't have whatever this emotional stuckness is. So, hi, still learning. How are you? Glad you are here. Loose leaf teas. Yes, still learning. Yes, TJ. So yeah, we're looking at the new moon right now and or at this new moon journal. So these are some of the things that I want y'all to think about. What do you need to change? Now, what is my next step? I do think the next step could be something around what is it that you need to change. The next step could also be something around just when you think about what you want to bring into your reality, what is it that you need to do? That is actually something that this new moon is definitely all about. So I encourage you to journal. What are your intentions? I think dreaming right now is very important. Dreaming for what is it that you're calling in? Um, right now, I think that one of the things that is um, very prominent is the law of polarity. Sometimes with the law of polarity, you see what you don't want, and that helps you to get clarity around what you do want. So, if you're seeing a lot of what you don't want, or if you're experiencing a lot of what you don't want, or if you find yourself focused on, like, when you're writing your goals and you're saying, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that, or, my intention is for this person not to do that, or something like that. You know how we kind of phrase things. I'm just trying to give a few examples. Then it's like, no, don't write down what you don't want. You want to write down what you do want. All right, we're going to try something in just a moment. And again, if you're new, if you're here, just getting here, I am working to get over a cold. I'm like, oh my gosh, I won't be able to talk for too long today. Yes. Your hiney off. I love that, TJ. Yeah, this Aquarius season is no joke. It is no joke. So I want y'all to try something with me. I want y'all to think about one thing that you don't want in your life right now. One thing that you're just like, I don't want this. Because essentially, and I want it to be something where you're kind of like, you kind of think about this thing. You give it energy. Okay. So I want you to think about that. Get that in your mind. I want you to feel what you feel, hear what you hear, see what you see around this thing that you don't want. Okay. All right. Now, what I want you to do is to open your eyes or come into this moment. I want you also to kind of think about really quickly, what's the temperature like outside? Is it cold? Is it unseasonably warm? Like, what's going on with the weather? And I know that sounds crazy, but it's a way to get you to do what is called break state. Because now I want you to do something different. I want you to focus on what is it that you want when it comes to that one thing that you're shifting. What is it that you do want? I want you to really see it in your mind. See what you see, hear what you hear, feel what you fear. Ah, feel what you feel when it comes to the thing that you're calling into your life. I want you to amplify that energy as you really focus your energy on the desires that you have for your life. And I want you to remember, you really and truly only ever have control over you. So definitely make it about you, not anybody else, just you. You can only create honestly, truthfully in your own reality. I want you to amplify it, amplify it, amplify it. Make it grow bigger and bigger and stronger. It's like a bright, sunshiny thing in front of you. And I want you to hold. I want you to hold. I want you to stay right there. All right. I got to remember the name of the law. I'm going to see if I can bring that up. Um, I know the last two are shift and stay. So we focus on the thing that we didn't want, we shift it and we're gonna stay. And there's the person that I learned this from calls it the let me put this back on here. Calls it the it's a law. It's in my universal laws class. Um mm, it'll come back to me. Anywho, that's what I want y'all to do with this new moon. Okay. I want you to shift. You're gonna think about what you don't want. um, oh, soften. That's it. So this is what I want y'all to think about. I don't know why I keep coming off this page. I want us to go back to the thing that we don't want. We're gonna start over again. Go back to the okay, open your eyes, open your eyes. I know I probably sound like a crazy lady. Let me just take this. Oh, still have the mindfulness thing up. I'm gonna be so confused when I'm creating this. Okay. There we go. So here we go. I want you to go back to the thing that you don't want in your life. Okay. I want you to go back to it. And now what we're gonna do is soften. We're gonna soften it down. And I want you to imagine that there is a power source connected to that thing that you don't want. And I want you to unplug the power source. Just unplug it and you're just gonna it's like thawing down, all the energy is running out of it. Now I want you to shift. I want you to shift over to the thing that you do desire, and I want you to again allow this to grow very big, okay? Huge in front of you, the thing that you're calling into your life. And I want you to feel that connection. You have this energy. Your life force energy is going into the thing that you desire. And I want you to just stay there because where you keep your mind at the most, that is where the universe will be um saying, okay, well, this is what she wants. This is where she is most focused. All right. Okay. So I guess I'll just bring this up really quickly because I like this page. So again, you want to write down and you want to write down what you wish to manifest, light your candle, adding energy to your intentions. Set an intention for 1 month out, 6 months out, and 1 year out. All right. And again, write it down and watch ish happen. So let me give y'all a reading for this new moon. And I pulled the seeds card. And let's see here. Oh, see, she's the desire card. And all of these are watery and lunar that I pulled. So this one has to do with the moon. Oh, I thought I took this down. This has to do with the moon in Cancer. And it says that this sensuous woman knows her desires and how to bring them to her. Her full emotions are in concert with the changes of the moon, comfortable in her being with the ebb and flow of life. And I think that's a very good line right there for us. Comfortable in her being with the ebb and flow of life. She encourages you to trust your heart's desire and to receive the pearl of wisdom that is hidden there. This is the time to draw to you what you truly desire, to own your power and receive your ultimate fulfillment. Know that your heart's longing is yours for the asking, and that the intensity of your desire will bring it to you. All right. An intensity of desire is not like, I just got to believe and think about it all the time, because the Aquarius moon or Aquarius energy in general teaches the importance of being detached. It is the energy of detachment. And so it's really important for you to feel um it's like this energy of neutrality around whatever these desires that you're putting out. But sometimes it's kind of like the more you desire to do something, that's actually a clue, especially when you know this desire to do that thing. I say sit with things right now. I say, give yourself some time, play around with it, imagine life with this desire, without the desire. Where did the thought come? You know, and after a while, you'll begin to see, no, this is me. This is really who and what I am. This is what I am calling into my life. And another good sign around desires is you run from it. And every time you run, you come right back to it. That's something I can definitely relate to. So, you know, I want you to be connecting and understanding that the things that you desire, when you sit with them, when you allow your soul to really speak, because we do have things that are persuading us or influencing us to want other things. I often say sometimes I don't know I want anything until I maybe turn on TV and see a commercial or go to a store and see something at the store. It's like I didn't even know I wanted this until I saw it. Right? That's part of being a part of a capitalistic society. We want to differentiate that from truly what's in our heart. What is spirit calling us to, right? So that's the thing that we want to be focused on. And then once you have really sat with it, it just keeps coming up. It keeps coming up. It keeps coming up, but it's coming from within you. Then it's like, okay, this is a desire. And these are the things that we want to be focused on. And I think that a lot of us already know that. Those of you who are here, you already know this. Um, And so you can use this new moon to set those intentions, right? Yes. Career journaling. I couldn't do it without it. I really couldn't. Okay, so the desires card. Next is the moon. When I saw this one, I was like, wow, we're at a new moon and we pull the moon card. Ishel. Okay. So I love this one because it's a major arcana. I always love it when I pull at least one major arcana. Now, this one is out of the Mayan tradition. I might get that book out. Now think about it. I might pull up Eshel and read it from my Mayan oracle because I have a Mayan oracle deck. It says the Mayan moon goddess of creativity, fertility, and healing medicine is the weaver of the fabric of life. The goddess of childbirth and flowing waters, the many faceted Eshel is fiercely independent and the very origin of life. She is the soul of the moon, weaving the colorful fabric of life through her magic and knowledge. From her skirt flows the river of rainbows, as she is the mother of all plant life. She communes with Source through her lunar intuition and profound introspection. The essence of femininity, she is the gateway to your deepest Piscean emotions that connect you to your life force. And I'm going to tell y'all something. Saturn, the ruler of this moon, is in Pisces right now. So this is very much connected. And it's one of the reasons that I was saying, whatever it is that you're going to be able to manifest with this moon, there's something inside of you. There's an emotion or something needs to be unstuck. It could be in the subconscious mind because Pisces is a subconscious mind. So it could be like a subconscious block that you haven't identified is there, and that will support you. But let's see what else Eshel has to say. Eshel is making her presence known to you through your intuitive knowing, your prayers and dreams. She is sending you messages that must be heeded. Pay attention as Eshel calls forth your cellular memory from your subconscious into the light of your conscious mind. Mm-mm-mm. As you take time for deep reflection, many mysteries will be revealed to you. Let the information that surfaces assist you in making choices that honor the depths of who you are. So, it's definitely some mystery, some magic, some deep insight that will come to us with this new moon. It does call for us to sit and to sit with this wisdom, to open ourselves up to receive this wisdom from Eshel. All right. So that's a pretty doggone powerful card right there. Okay. The last card that I pulled, this is why I mentioned relationships. Interesting. Okay. So this is the Four of Seas card. And it says, oh, shoots. Two is this one. It's the Two of Seas. And it says, two dolphins play and dance in the water of love, representing intimate relationships on all levels. Two waterfalls flow into one, just as individuality forms the strong basis of true union. Like, I say this to people all the time. Well, not people, but women that I talk to. You want to be in a relationship, you need to make sure that you are taking care of you. You are staying true to the things that interest you. You and your partner don't need to do everything together. Lot of the women I'm giving this advice to are in heterosexual relationships. And I'm just like, most of the time, men actually want women, no matter what they say with their mouths, they actually want a woman who is doing her own thing. She has something that belongs to her. And, and she's, I don't know why that I say this, but she's unto herself. I don't know how I came up with that, but it's just like, she's going to be true to herself. She's going to stand for herself. She is going to be unapologetically who she came here to be. Yes, in relationships, we need to um, make compromises, but it should be a balance there. Even this number two is representing this energy of balance. And so, yes, we need to, there's this compromise that's going to be there, but the foundation of a strong relationship is both people are strong in themselves. They're doing their own work. So important. All right. Don't know who needs to hear this for the new moon, but there you go. Merging into oneness comes as the isolated ego is surrendered into the ocean of love. Love is who you are and is all around you to experience. So open your heart fully to the relationship you deserve. I'm trying to think, did I see this as a relational? I don't know if I see this totally as a relational moon because Venus isn't involved, but there is a lot of social energy here, right? So maybe for some people, there is a need to surrender to love. I wonder who that is. Who needs to surrender to love? Let me see if I can find this oracle, y'all. I want to see if I can find it really quickly. Where's my book? Okay. Oh, here we go. I We're just going to stay on the oracle reading. Okay. Maybe it's for TJ. I want to pull up this Eshell. I want to talk a little bit more about Eshell. I love it when my oracles combine. And I don't use this oracle deck much. It's the Mayan oracle. I need to start using it more. I have so many oracles now. This one is a little bit it's a little wordy, and so sometimes I'm like, that's a lot of words. Do I not have my Eshell card in here? Oh my goddess, where is it? If it's not here. I do have the book. Exnab, Ik, Ben, Imish, Khan, Ki, Manik, Akbar, Muluk, Chuan, Kaban, Ok. Oh, I don't know why I thought I had Eshell in here, but maybe it's just Ish. Let's see here. Here's the Ish card. This is the one I'm going to read. It's the closest to Eshell. Again, this is my Mayan Oracle card. My Mayan Oracle deck. Ish, where are you? 99. Oh, interesting. This is the same one because this card in the Mayan Oracle I wrote has to do with Pisces. Sometimes I can kind of make the connections in some of these between the systems. And so apparently I had made the connection to Pisces because I wrote it down in my book for this one, which I see as related to this card right here, Eshell. Okay. So the reading or this energy has to do with issues of integrity, personal power and control, will out of alignment with divine will. So maybe that's something some of us need to be thinking about, is the thing that we want for ourselves in alignment with the divine will for our lives. And I think the way to think about the divine will is like, is your ego coming up with the thing, or are you communing with your blueprint? Are you communing with your destiny? And this is what your destiny is calling you to do versus your ego is like, hey, let's do this thing. We don't knock the ego, but sometimes the ego is asking us to do things based on limitations, quite frankly. The ego is only going to let you go so far because the ego wants to stay safe. But it's kind of like we have to let the ego know you're not in charge. I'm in charge. I'm following my intuition, I'm following my spirit, and we're going to do that instead. Because a lot of times it goes back to what I was saying. The ego will say, girl, don't do that. But your desire will bring you all the way back around. You'll just feel yourself. You just keep making a loop until you do the thing that you know that you were put here to do. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to read your comment in just a minute. Looks intriguing, Bliss. Okay. Need for approval and recognition. So that might be something that some of us are dealing with. Maybe that's part of the thing that we need to sacrifice. Sacrifice the need for approval and recognition. Some of us have astrology that lends us in that direction. Some of us have the kind of astrology where it's like, I don't need approval from anybody. And then some of us don't. And so for some, it might be you need to sacrifice needing to be approved, okay? Or even recognize. Mind out of alignment with heart knowing. And it's like the mind of the ego is not connected to the heart. The mind of the ego is what is at the forefront versus tuning into what it is that you know is true for you. And a lot of times the way we know this is we'll say, I did it knowing that I really didn't want to do this. I did it knowing something didn't feel quite right. I did it knowing that I felt led to do, B instead of A. But I went on ahead and did A and it hasn't worked out, right? So we want to make sure that we're opening ourselves up to getting our mind and our heart aligned. And I say that comes from sitting and being present to what is, being present to, everything that is going on inside of us, being in this energy of I can see what's there, I can accept it. I don't think anything about it. I'm being more neutral and non-judgmental so that you can open yourself up to what is the next step that you need to take. All right. Because sometimes I need us to understand, I need us to remember saying no to a thing is, to a certain degree, is giving energy. It's like plugging into it. And so we want to soften resistance. And that opens you up to more wisdom. It opens you up to more clarity around next steps, those kinds of things. And that comes from having our mind and our heart aligned and also aligning ourselves with, this infinite intelligence of the universe. All right. So that's something that I'm going to say about Ishel. There's an animal associated with Ishel is the jaguar, also the peacock, the wisdom wand, and the all-seeing eye. Now I'm going to read to you what this says. I love this because we do have Pisces is magical. It says receiving Ish indicates that magic is afoot. You have drawn the light magician. You've drawn the jaguar seer. So this is a magician and a jaguar seer. Expand your vision to include the excitement of more magic in your life. Ish offers initiation. East challenges you to pick up your wisdom wand and embrace the beneficial use of will. So, you're going to be following wisdom and you're going to be using your willpower. Your willpower is, what are you making a choice to do? What are you making a choice to do? Okay. Through your presence and simple beingness, magic's dimensional doorways opens up. Through your presence and simple beingness, this is what opens up doorways. It reminds you to align your will with that of the divine and to look inside, not outside, for your answers. Through the lens of integrity, examine your motivations and actions. Through the lens of heart knowing, guide, direct, and align your intentions. I think this is just so important for this new moon. Think with your heart. Act as a torch bearer for the light. Allow yourself to be danced in divine innocence as a channel for the highest magic. Can you see how it's hard to do readings with this? If somebody comes is like, hey, should I take this job? Eesh. This would be they would be like, okay, is that a yes or a no? Follow your heart. Should you take the job? Follow your heart. Okay, so Ish is also saying step into self-empowerment. When you align with what gives you joy, expressing your beauty and power, your energy naturally expands to include more of who you are. And that's what we did in that meditation earlier. We connected ourselves with the energy of joy and peace, and that allows us to expand. Nothing and no one outside of you can give you real power. Woo, that hit me right there. Empower yourself by directly addressing the situation at hand. Act with integrity. And so, my question is, because I remember years ago, I did a reading for myself, and I think it was like, give me, how do we call it? Like a life purpose reading or something like that. And this was the first card I pulled. And every time I read that word integrity, I was like, you know what? They are stepping on my toes. If you can't say amen, say ouch. Because I was not in integrity. It was before I got fully on my spiritual path. I was on it, but I was like not on it. I was sort of like, I'll just keep it to myself and nobody has to know, right? It's like, no, you're out of integrity. You're lying to yourself. You're trying to play both sides. Mm-mm. And so the more I have just said, I have to be someone of integrity. I have to say what I mean what I say, and that's just it. And I have to be who I am. So where maybe that's something with this new moon that some of us are needing to really think about. Where are we integrity or out of integrity? All right. Okay. So this also says a shadow of each is seen in issues involving integrity, control, and personal power and will. Examine your focus and use of mental power. How are these issues playing out in your life right now? Speak your truth with integrity. Be honest and true to yourself. Own and address your shadow with self and others. Are you giving your power away by looking for approval outside of yourself? Step into the light of real magicianship that is found in the integrity of heart knowing. Use your personal will in concert with your heart. Establish a clear connection with your higher self, who is your magician already. Isn't that neat? This is kind of Aquarius like. It might be more Pisces like that now that I think about it. But I think it just kind of embodies this moon, you know? Something doing something. It's kind of like out there, weird and wacky. I already have a magician on the inside. Why don't we just play around with that over the next 30 days? You know, I have an inner magician. And what magic am I going to create in the world, in my life? How am I going to bring my magic? First of all, how am I going to allow my higher magician to show me the magic of life? And how am I going to bring this magic into the world? In the shadow of the magician's cape, you may find feelings of competition or the need for approval, recognition, or status. These feelings often indicate the need for power and control. The real magician's cape is transparent to the will of the divine. Release your need for approval and control. Feel your intrinsic worth as a window for the light to shine through. Open to the possibility of magic and miracles in your life. I love this reading so much. I'm going to have to start using this oracle more. I love that. So, yeah, connecting to willpower, making sure that our will is lined up with the highest divine will, having integrity, and opening ourselves up to intuition and this energy of magic in our lives. So let's just see what y'all are saying. I was just having a conversation with my Aquarius. We need to work on together opening our hearts, especially his, to love. He is extremely closed off. While my heart is in a purging. Oh, while my heart is purging lots of emotional pain and traumas coming up. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. Let me tell you, Aquariuses, they are not the most emotional people. I'm married to an Aquarius rising. They care. They just, they don't feel as much. They just don't. I believe that. I believe some Aquariuses probably do have, especially men, have a lot of trauma that, maybe they just can lock away. But honestly, yeah, people who are with air, people with a lot of air energy, that's something that we have to kind of embrace about the person. They're just not super emotional feeling, doesn't mean they don't care. As long as the relationship is healthy. Once you're in a relationship with a person and it's more toxic than good, then yeah, there's probably something deeper there. But sometimes we have to accept I'm just more touchy-feely, huggy-huggy than my beloved. And, it sounds maybe not like what people want to hear, but I've been married 30 years and I don't doubt Craig's love for me, but Craig is not going to be super emotional. Even there, he's trained as an attorney, right? So but I naturally think that he just naturally doesn't have a lot of affect on his face. He can sit and listen and look neutral. And of course, he has that training as an attorney. And it's like, I've just learned, don't take it personally. Sometimes when you're with somebody like an Aquarius, you can pretty much tell them anything and they will be impervious to what you're saying because it won't bother them. They can hold it. They can hold you and all of that. Um, but if you have someone and it's like they're giving you the cold shoulder when they get upset with you and you already emotional, those are the kinds of things that we want to make sure we take note of, like, oh no, this ain't right, but also you never know with an Aquarius. Like with my husband, he has Scorpio and he has a lot of Scorpio energy. And sometimes it just takes longer for certain people to open up, especially if they're, men born in that masculine body, they will be a little bit slower sometimes because for men, things just aren't actually really that deep. But there's something in you that will know if it's really like this, like a guy that's taking action and working to connect and, take the relationship deeper. I hope that you're talking about a love interest. Let me know, Bliss, before I keep going, because you might be talking about your son. But it felt like you were talking about a man. I'm going to stop there. But I will just say, just in case anyone else is listening, when a man really wants a woman, I believe he does things to let her know, even if he is not super emotional or like huggy and stuff like that, super romantic. He still will be doing, like, there are things he will only do for you. He won't do them for anyone else. And those are the things that you want to take note of. Okay. TJ, I feel like I'm sacrificing all of that and more. Like I'm truly embracing my independence in full. And that's something you've been talking about quite a bit for the last couple of years. So you're making progress, which is Aquarius. I love that, TJ. Asheo. I know that okay, you were talking about your son, Bliss. I know that there is some bitterness there, but the awareness is helping me to grieve healthily. Love it. That is so important. Very good, TJ. So, yes, you're talking about your son. No emotion in this kid, but is very caring when it comes to elder and disabled. I guess that is his Pisces side. Oh, okay. So he's like my husband. Yeah, I think people kind of struggle raising Aquariuses. I remember my mother in law talking about how challenging my husband was. Um, because they have this wild side. They're very rebellious, but also um there is they're a little bit ahead of their time. And so they're kind of a little bit misunderstood. Again, Aquarius is um ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is a little bit, it's like the older you get, the better this energy. It's like you get a better handle on it and people appreciate it better. And I think that's sort of one of the things for Aquarius is that early on they might be misunderstood. But it's a little bit of a gift to be that, to a certain degree, detached. They won't, like, for people like us Bliss who have this earth energy. I have the Pisces energy too, but I don't have the Aquarius energy. And so it's like, if trauma happens to us and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm so wounded, and we could just revisit it over and over and over. It just like hurts us so bad. Whereas Aquarius is actually a little bit of a strength, this detachment that they have. Okay. So because they can kind of just like shake it off and keep going. Yeah, they're gonna go through their healing times because that is astrology, right? But yeah, Aquarius, as long as you're not seeing behavior that you're like, this is dysfunctional, this is harmful, those are the kinds of things that I think is important to look for in an Aquarius. Because they can do some stuff. They really can. They can do some stuff. I think my astrology teacher Victor says, yeah. Anywho, I don't want to speak that, but anywho, you're just wanting to make sure things look natural and normal, okay? Because he probably isn't feeling very much. He's very masculine. We've been through a lot of trauma situations since 2020. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you were talking about your son, right? Yes. Okay. Understandable. Understandable. Yep. Very masculine. Even the sign Aquarius is masculine. So that is, yeah. And I know what age he is too, to a certain degree. They just, there's a transformation that happens around that age. And that's just where he is right now. And again, as a mom, I could say for me, I didn't need my children to be perfect acting. I just wanted to look for anything that looked like this is a bad behavior, this is dangerous, this is harmful, that kind of thing. If they got too quiet, it's kind of like, well, now I got my eye on you. I'm really paying attention. And maybe I am going to be asking a few more questions. So some of it we don't really know. We don't remember going through those times, but yeah. Okay. But that's natural and normal for young people. So I do want to just share, I didn't put this up at the beginning. I don't know if y'all got my email for those who are on my email list, but I have a book. And if you're on the email list, well, actually, I put a link for you to download it. I don't think I put this link in there, but if you want this one, just drop a comment and well, I could just drop it in the, even though I don't think that the people who watch it on the replay would be able to see this. But I love this little book that I created, this little ebook. Um, so it's all about, I want us to have a guide to follow for 2025. And so I created this book. I love my little book so, so much. Yeah. But anywho, you can get this book. Also, I am so proud of myself. I built this shop from the ground up. And part of the reason I think I'm sick is I was working on adding all of this in here. It takes so much work. This is not just like this little easy upload. But anywho, I created where if you want a transit report, you can get a transit report. Everything is on sale right now. I know it looks like it's not, but like when you put it in your basket, or is it, see, it takes it off, half off. And you could also get a bundle where I actually do a 30-minute reading where I tell you a little bit more about the astrology. But yeah, you can get your transit report. This will help you for 3 months, 6 months. If your birthday is soon, you can get the feminine birth solar return chart printed out for you. I'll send that to you. Everything is 50% off except for my readings in my shop. Look at that. Are y'all proud of me? I put my little ticker tape. I don't know how to get it to stop going so fast, but anywho, yeah, this is my little shop. And I have a sale going on. I'm so proud. Ah, thank you, TJ. Thank you. Yes, the ebook is free. I'm not even charging for it because yeah. I just wanted to put something together as a guide. I just feel like we need it. It's just we think we done seen stuff now. We ain't seen everything that this year holds, and I wanted y'all to be able to, do that. Look at that. The Northern Lights aligning with your purpose in 2025. I'm so proud of myself. Um, oh, I love that I also added Odu. I think this one right here, I think I did cast the oracles. Maybe I just chose it. I can't remember. But anywho, yeah, I put at least 2 Odu, Okanran and Agbe, I put in here. Um, there was something else. The sound cracks me up too. I just love this so much. I'm not gonna lie, somebody created this. It's AI generated. But she's beautiful. She's definitely beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Let's look at this right here real quickly. Oh, we're gonna talk about this. I really love this 2025 affirmation. I am the embodiment of divine feminine wisdom, strength, and love. I honor my path and trust the unfolding of my journey. With the universe as my guide and my spirit as my compass, I create a year that reflects my highest vision. That's just where I am right now. That's just where I am right now. Okay. Oh, look at that. I mean, I feel so grown up. I really do. I feel very, very grown up. I I need to I've been trying to decide, am I gonna create more of these books like this? I'm trying to figure out how do I go back to the beginning? I just want to get back to the beginning. Woohoo. Sorry about that if y'all I know y'all hear it because I listened to my video when I was like, can y'all hear it? Thank you. I appreciate you, Bliss. Ah. I don't have a donation. Well, maybe if you look here on YouTube, there might be a place for you to give. Um, yeah. And if you're giving a donation of like $10 or more, you could just go buy one of the transit reports, but I'll still send it to you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna actually create some more. After I created this one, I was like, oh, I need to do more of this. But this first one, I decided I just wanted to give it away as a gift for 2025. It's Seva. It's part of my giving to the universe. For giving to me, I need to give out to the universe. And so that's why I decided to just give it away. And it was a great experience learning how to create the ebook and put it in a way where people can actually download it and also create the e-zine flip book. So it's a win. Thank you. Yes, with a little AI help. I always use AI. I'm not going to even act like I don't use AI. I did write this book. AI did help me write the book too. But this book is for me. It really is. I'm one who uses AI in a way that it's like, okay, here are my words, make them sound better. And it's like, I have to guide it to make it be and sound like I want it to, but I always type into it. I don't just ask it to create something because quite frankly, I don't actually trust AI. I don't. Yes. Yes, TJ. Yeah. Thank you. I'm really excited too. I'm excited. I have felt trepidation around 2025, largely because I thought I was going to come into 2025 with a female president. Um, and I'd still have made a decision that I am going to enjoy 2025 as much as I can and show up and do the work that I'm called to do. So, yeah, that's why it's all about thriving. Good. Yes. AI is here to support us. Technology is here to support us. And we, as melanated people, need to avail ourselves in a way that feels good for you. If you're not ready for AI, not a problem. But it does level the playing field, just like the internet has. Anybody can come onto the internet and be successful. Honestly, honestly. You know something? The deepest parts of AI know what's up. Honestly, you're right. You're so right. You're so right. Well, we have been small but mighty here today, and I love it. You know, I don't all the time ask real questions. I have asked about like helping me come up with a plan for like budgeting or coming up with a plan for what's the other one? My I wanted to create like a little health plan or whatever, but I haven't asked it super deep questions yet. So that's interesting to hear. All right, queens. Well, I'm gonna go on ahead and turn on the music and we're gonna take it up on out of here. Thank y'all so much for being here. Oh, let's stitch out. I am Tyra and I'm taking away a heart full of love. I just always feel so good when I'm here with you all. I didn't feel well today, so I think that's why the numbers are low. It's like universe knew I need to just be with the small but mighty today to kind of manage my own energy. What are you stitching out with? What are you taking out of circle today? Also, I'm taking out just complete and total belief and faith in this Aquarius energy that I'm believing in the best of Aquarius. I'm believing in the best of Aquarius. Yes, I am. I'm believing in the best of Aquarius. Okay. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Let's see here. What are we going to listen to? I'm going to go back to my belly dance music. I just like it the best. It makes me happy. I haven't been able to dance lately because of this cold. Love you. Thank you. I'm stitching out of circle with confidence and ceaseless miracles. Ashe. Oh, TJ. I'm Keita May and I'm taking faith and vitality. You see I stitched out Keita May? Ashe. Oh. Love y'all so much. I think tomorrow I'll be ready to dance again. I'm listening to this music. Love y'all. Bliss is stitching out with an open heart. You have a great weekend too. Thank you, Queen. I'm going to be on my herbs.